So what are some of the trends or hot topics on a national basis in the field of DUI?
Well, I've touched on a couple of them. I'm going to touch on them again. I think probably the number one front and center right now is ignition interlock, and that is the blow tube, the breath tube in your vehicle. And you got to think that's going to be really hard to put on a UPS truck. If you're driving for a living, that's going to be very difficult. That is probably the number one legislative agenda from everything I've been able to put together, Skip, right now, with Mothers Against Drunk Driving, with other groups that advocate like that, is mandatory ignition interlock devices on everybody that's been convicted, period. I've already said, just for our listeners, that right now in South Carolina, it is only for a second offense conviction or more that you would have to be concerned with that. They're trying to change that. They're trying to get that down to, it doesn't matter. Yeah,
Just
trying to get it
across the board. So that just means that the second one will become
that much more punitive.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So and that's horrible because for somebody that does make that mistake, or it could be something that is just hey, I just broke up, or
hey,
it
could be a prescription drug situation. We talked about
Life.
it. Could be a prescription drug, Ambien.
Right.
It could be a
Sure.
lot of different things.
Then it could really be a detriment to their way of life or making a living.
Absolutely.
And that's like you said, for the UPS guys, they don't need to do that to those vehicles. They'll just go get somebody that can.
That's right. That is no. They're not going to do it. Trust me.
Right.
I'm not.
But I'm
sure
just
I'm not
saying,
saying
it's
anything.
scary though.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything you don't already know. UPS, FedEx, or if you're driving a company vehicle, they're not going to put one in there. They're going to find somebody that doesn't have to have that requirement.
Right.